Welcome to my channel Chemistry with D, and I am NAUMAN AHMAD, and today we are going to discuss importance of rusting of iron. So the topic is rusting of iron. What is basically rusting of iron? Rusting of iron is nothing but chemically it is a chemical. It is a chemical process. It is a chemical process in which iron is converted through reactions with air. It is also called oxygen and water into all a common flaky brown coating called rusting. So this is the definition of basically rusting. What is rusting? Rusting is a chemical process in which iron is converted through reaction with air and oxygen, and we can say air, oxygen and water. These two elements are important. I just underline it. Air and water both are important for the rusting. These two substances will react with the iron to form rust. So that's why it is a chemical process in which iron is converted through reaction with air and water into a common flaky brown coating called rusting. So this is the definition. Let me write it. This is the definition of rusting. What is rusting? Rusting is nothing but it's a chemical process in which iron is converted into a flaky brown coating by reacting it with air and water. So this is basically nothing. And chemically reaction, if somebody asks from you what is chemically, rust is a hydrated iron oxide. Basically rust is nothing. It is chemically hydrated iron oxide. Iron 3 oxide. Simple. If I just say Fe2O3.H2. This is the formula of rust, Fe2O3, which is of course, if is in the previous lecture we discussed Fe2O3 is hematite ore of iron, so that is called hematite. So it is basically chemically hydrated iron 3 oxide. This is the name of rust. What are the chemical reaction involved to form rust? Let me write it. Reactions. So the reactions are very much important. Reaction for rusting. Reactions which are important. As I mentioned in the definition, that it is a chemical process in which iron is converted through reaction with oxygen and air, water, and through common flake brown coating. So what are the reaction? Reaction is very easy. Let's see. This is iron, this is oxygen, and it reacts with the water. So it forms, that's the formula of rusting, Fe2O3.H2. Now see, oxygen is 3, then oxygen is 2, so we can make it balance, just multiply it with the 3, it becomes 3 to the 6, 1, 7. So how to make it 7, just multiply it with the 2. So 3 to the 6, oxygen is balanced. Now what are the iron? Iron is 4, so we multiply it with the 4. This is a reaction for the, and one thing is which is more important here, rusting of iron is a redox reaction. What is redox reaction? Here oxidation and addition both takes place simultaneously in the same reaction. So let me reduce. Rusting involves oxidation. So what are there, because iron is reduced. Now see, let's see, this is iron, it loses electron, Fe plus 3 electron is So iron is iron is there is in iron there is oxidation. We can simply write it. Okay, there is iron. In iron, oxidation takes place. This, let me write over here. Oxidation takes place. And what is oxidation? Oxidation is nothing but loss of electron. Here the oxidation state is 0. So from 0 to +3 mean 3 electron is lost from this iron. So that's why it is called oxidation. This is very much important. And of course, whenever there is loss of electron, there will be gain of electron. So these electrons will be gained by oxygen. So that is very important. Oxygen gains these electrons. 2 electron is gained by oxygen, so it forms the -2, and this is called a reduction. And whenever there is oxidation and reduction, so these reactions will be called collectively. When oxidation and reduction takes place collectively, they will called a redox reaction. Redox reaction is a reaction in which oxidation and reduction both takes place. So here there is oxidation in iron and there is reduction in oxygen. So this is very much important reaction for the rusting of iron. So I think this is up to here you just got the idea of oxidation reduction, and also this is hydrated. This is rusting. This is the formula of rusting. Rusting formula, and this is iron, and we can say hydrated iron 3 oxide. So this is the formula of rusting. So let me explain it with the help of a small experiment. Experiment is very easy. I hope you will get it the better idea from this experiment. Experiment. Let me introduce 4 beakers. Oh, sorry, not beakers, test tube. These are the 4 kind of test tubes. My drawing is not very good, but you can get the better idea from the example. These are 4 types of same, we can say test tube. This is test tube A. This is A. This is test tube B. This is test tube C, and this is test tube D. So here iron nails are present in it. We can say iron nails are present. I have just put iron nails in all of them. And there is one thing more important. I test tube 3, B, and let me close it. With the help of cork, it is tightly sealed. These 2 are open. Okay, this is A. In here there is iron nail, but no air. Here no air, no water. In test tube there is no air, no water. Means we have introduced nothing. Suppose we have introduced nothing if it is closed, but initially there is no air and no water. But whenever we just put nails now, there is no air and no water, means there is no air and no water. So we can say there is no air and no water. So now if now in this, as you can see from the diagram, now see this is very, now air and water is present. Suppose this is water. Here water is also present. This is water. These are iron nail. Now air is also present over here. Here air is also present. So in this case, as I mentioned in the definition, that air and water both are important component for rusting. So here in this condition rusting will be happened. It means here there will be rusting, because these 2 things are very much important for the rusting. But in the second, these are the close, but there is something more important. Here we can say there is no water. Of course there is no water. Water is not present in it, but there is, we can say, iron wool is present, so only wool is present, and calcium chloride salt is present on it. Calcium chloride, CaCl2, which absorbs water molecule. So here no water is there, only air is present, air. So no water is present. So here no rusting will be there. In the second one, the third one, here it is totally, we can say, boiled tap water. Here water is present. Water is boiled water. Here boiled water is present, but no air. So again there will be no rusting. In this case there is no rusting. In this case there is no rusting. In the last one there is no air and no water. Here oil is present. Oily surface is present. No air, no water. So here no rusting, only rusting, because whenever air and water is present, so of course there will be rusting. This was a small experiment which is discussed in your book as well. So I just give you a little bit idea about the rusting. So this is very important. How do you prevent from rusting? Now the last portion of the topic is prevention. Prevention. We can prevent from rusting from different ways, but there are some important, like the most important is painting is very important. Painting is very important because through painting we can protect iron from we can say from rusting. And we can also, sacrificial protection is very important. Sacrificial protection. This is very important, in which we can say we can protect substances. What is sacrificial protection? Let me introduce painting. Painting is nothing but there is a painting means we can draw a paint on any metals to protect from rusting. And what is sacrificial? Suppose there is underground. Suppose this is a ground, and here a pipe of iron pipes are there, we can say. So we can attach one block of magnesium with iron. This is iron, this is magnesium. So pipe is iron and we attach one block of magnesium with the iron. So it is more reactive. Magnesium is more reactive than iron, so it reacts with air and moisture plus air. So it will react with moisture and air to save it. It will protect this iron from rusting, and it will be rust acts on magnesium, not on the iron. So magnesium, function of magnesium is to protect iron from rusting. This is called sacrificial protection. Very important. Tin. Aluminium tin is very important, in which food is preserved. This is also, we can apply a tin on any iron surface. The most important coating is zinc, which are for galvanizing. We can say for galvanizing. For galvanizing, zinc is used, so it protects from rusting. So there are most important things. Some are electrolyzed, some are protected, but the most important these painting, sacrificial protection, tin, and coating of zinc. These are the important form to prevent the substances from rusting. I hope you got the idea from rusting of iron. It's a little video for yourself. I hope so you will enjoy the rest of the videos for the same topic. Take a very good care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.